Professional nuisance.
Yep. Professional nuisance, troublemaker, rebel rouser.
For $20 an hour, I will bother your enemy or your friends.
I'm just glad that whole spiel is the first thing that people hear in the recording.
Yes!
So, you did it.
Amazing.
I'm manifesting my new job as a professional troublemaker.
It's important to have goals. You know, if you want to put that on LinkedIn, I will endorse you. It'll be great.
I gotta live the Vivi dream of standing outside of people's windows and blasting music until they like it. Or kick me out. Or both.
I think that counts as an art job.
Yeah, totally.
If you get some people to join you, you're a flash mob, and then people treat it differently.
It's performance art.
Like, one person is annoying and rude. A group of people is a flash mob.
Yeah.
Still annoying and rude, but you
But
can't really
accept it differently. But yeah, so we're back. I think this is 38, if I mathed that correctly. So, wow. And we, last time, after a relatively peaceful afternoon, having resolved the crazy stuff with the Rat King and all that early, we set about settling in for the evening, and then the next morning you went off to meet Crosby at the Royal Theatre, which is the host for the Department of Spiritual Evocation, the place where necromancers and summoners go.
And also showing the producers.
And yes, right now they're showing the producers because it is 2005 and that was what happened in real life. So we're mirroring that. In case anyone's getting in Tight Moon Fights online later, no, this is not official. Like, they don't ever say where Spiritual Evocation is that I've seen. And I'm pretty sure if it was said in even a footnote of an art picture, someone would have put it on the wiki just to be the one who did it. So I'm fairly confident that it's not the case. I just made this part up. Enjoy. But yeah, you wandered around a bit there. You got a bit of a tour from Crosby, who told you that there's several floors at first of different settings, sort of theater stages where mages can work on summoning appropriate spirits, or really summoning wraiths in the forms of appropriate spirits as a practice, since this is, again, for students for the most part. You heard a little bit about not the headmaster, but like the leader of the spiritual, or the summoning department, which is an actual Type Moon character, so have fun with that. It's good old Roko. And then eventually you were guided down to the labs where you got to meet up with Janus Ainsworth again, the guy whose workshop you crashed a few days ago in Universe. And you got a little bit more discussion with him over what there is to do with these weird portals that are showing up. After a bit of a conversation, you were given a key to visit his home again, should you, like to drop in and discuss things further. So theoretically, books and whatnot won't attack you next time. And you got a scroll containing a magecraft circle that you could use to set up a bounded field around these portals, similar to his, to hopefully dissuade things from coming out and causing trouble. It was also mentioned to him that you might have a way of getting a bounded field equivalent set up on the other side, the reverse side of the world, to maybe dissuade things from coming through in the first place, which might now be your best bet for preventing more incidents of things wandering through and then getting brutally torn apart by this side of reality, as it does that to phantasmal species that require more mana than we can actually give them on this side. So all in all, that seemed pretty productive. After that conversation, also catching up Crosby a little bit on what's up, you stepped outside, and Hemlock observed a strange spirit getting pulled down the hallway against its will and toward one of the summoning labs within the overall school workshop type place. Annis observed what was going on through Hemlock, and then you all took off. You found one of the summoning stages where apparently a student has just summoned a very angry wraith that seems to be bashing against the bounds of its magecraft circle as you walk in. So I think those were the high points. Obviously, there were more details in the session, but we've kind of reached the point now where there's enough details going on that trying to recap all of them just makes the current session longer. So hey,
Yeah.
go watch that. It's all on YouTube. Hooray. So that's about where we walked in here. Just as a description recap, we've got, let's see, do you have I shared your picture yet? There you go. Yep.
Oh, yeah.
That is your terrified student who has just summoned something presumably bigger than what he set out to do. And currently he is up on the stage of this fake theater. Per the picture, you can kind of tell that when this thing popped out, which is visible to your eyes, by the way, like while it's in that circle, at least this ghost is super visible. The ghost appears to be a rather intimidating, like, 1800s, 19th century gentleman type fellow. He's got a mean looking cane, somewhat gaunt and skeletal face, as you might expect from a spirit. And he is currently wailing away on the edge of the essentially cylindrical dome that this circle is keeping him in, as the student has fallen on his butt and is slowly sliding backwards away from his circle as he sees it maybe failing. And now you're here.
We're here. How well can we see the ghost from where we are?
You can see the ghost pretty well because, like, it is a theater. So you can, like, that stage is not super high. And the ghost is summoned on it. And it's technically floating a little bit above it. It's not standing so much as floating and wailing. You can't make out any words from it, but they're definitely more angry screams that you would expect from a spirit. Like, unlike the spirits that you encountered in the past of the like the homunculi, this one seems to just be feral and angry and full of rage. Like, there doesn't appear to be any communicating with it or broken cups or any of that. This thing just seems mad.
Before, like, when I saw it through Hemlock, did it look mad back then? Or did it look more like annoyed, like, oh, this again?
No, it looked pretty mad. And when you saw it through Hemlock, it seemed like the other spirits floating around in the area, of which there are many, were giving it a pretty wide gap. Like, no one wants to get near this thing. And when you saw it, it was being pulled away violently from wherever it was before.
Gotcha.
So, seems super pissed.
Are you okay?
Are you shouting that towards the student?
Yeah.
Okay, so he looks and sees the lot of you standing in the entrance. And then he looks back at the thing there. And he just sort of wails at a very high pitch that I probably couldn't capture properly on a microphone. I don't think so. I don't think this is not good. I help. Please help. And then he slides back another few feet, which is funny because on the map this means he slid back 5 feet. And you know what? Sure.
Ennis is going to turn to Crosby and go, is this normal? Does this sort of thing happen a lot?
When Crosby sees this thing wailing, he's like, oh shit, no, that's a big one. He shouldn't have that. Let's go save him.
Okay.
All right, and so now we're going to roll some initiative because stuff's happening.
Yeah.
So. All right, before you run all the way up there, we're going to roll initiative. Because I look over and I see, like, Penelope's zoomies.
Oh, I mean, she saw a stage. She's like, nope, I got to get up there.
All right, so let's roll some actual initiative. And someday I'm going to learn to do this in the correct order. Boop. Oh, look, Hemlock's first.
Probably have the combat.
Oh, yeah. That'd be helpful.
I'm just like, why can't I see anything? Oh.
Oh, I think he's not invisible anymore, so we could follow him.
Yeah.
Who's not invisible?
Hemlock. It still says that he's invisible on the tracker.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, I'll turn that off. That's one of his more common effects. Let's just clear you. And visible. Hooray.
Woo!
I like how it says healthy for a ghost.
It's a healthy ghost.
You know, one of those fitness ghosts.
He works out.
Yeah.
So, I think Hemlock would probably want to cast protection from good and evil on Anna.
Okay.
Most likely, for the first turn.
Such as within Hemlock's power.
That doesn't seem like a thing Hemlock would do. Feel free to be like, that doesn't seem like a thing Hemlock.
No, like Hemlock is your familiar. If it's something that you think Hemlock would do, then go for it.
That's a lot of words.
Yep.
Yep.
Essentially, I can't be charmed, frightened, or possessed.
Important.
I was gonna say that's what you think. Joking. Oh my god! Don't give me that look.
As long as Hemlock is able to concentrate.
Yeah.
10 minutes.
Okay.
Oh, and
Penelope time.
Woo! Okay, cool. He's gonna start running up towards the stage. 1, 5. That's about as far as she can get because she's got tiny legs.
It's true. Do you want to dash to get more distance?
What does that mean?
You essentially get to move again.
Do I get an action after that?
No, that would be your action.
Hold please.
I was almost like, you can do that as a bonus action, only if you're a rogue.
I'm not a rogue. Penelope is not a rogue.
Very few are as nimble and quick as a rogue. And if you've been doing Critical Role Season 1, that rogue is special.
Oh, yeah. For sure.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna cast Calm Emotion. Basically, in that little, hold on. I gotta remember how to draw on this thing. So right click. Drawing.
It's under pointers, I think.
Ah!
Oh, the drawing works too. Yeah.
I want to cast it right there. That's within 60 feet of Penelope, and then that's within 20 feet of the two of them.
Okay, so yeah, you can essentially drag the little target thing on the two of them and calm emotion. It's been so long since we've had like a proper fight.
We'll find our way to talk our way out.
I don't know. Shit. Hold on. I don't know how to do it, like, be like...
To target them?
Yeah. Target. Okay. Damn it. Me target them.
There you go. They are targeted. And also Johnny.
Hold on. Try that. Okay. Did I target? Okay, yes.
Yep.
Okay. And then is that when I click pass?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So it looks like you might have got the one you wanted to get. Well, actually, it depends on which one you wanted to get. So,
both of them, but I would have taken either one.
okay, so the Wraith passed the save. The student did not pass the save, so the student is now chilling out.
Okay. And then she's like, all right, calmly come back down the stairs and get off of the stage.
Okay.
Gonna end.
Okay, so yeah, when you cast your spell on him, you see his nervousness dies down a bit. He collects himself. He takes a deep breath. He hears what you tell him to do, and then he climbs up to his feet, and then he doesn't like take his eyes off of the wraith, but he does more rationally back away and go toward the steps. Oh, this is not what I expected to do today, but I will definitely thank you very much. Okay. I am less likely to die now.
Yep, you are out of dying range.
And that's what he did.
Yay.
Just in time, too, because he was one initiative step ahead of the ghost.
Ooh.
Who is going to start by wailing against this circle.
I know you mean like trying to beat up the circle, but I'm just like picturing him making whale noises.
He's never seen a whale. Okay, so he bashes against it, and it seems to be holding, oddly enough. And confirm. Okay. Yeah, so it continues to bash against the circle, and as it does so, you can see the circle itself is glowing the same way that like all of the bright green glowing things happen in Type Moon with magic circuits and weird Atlas tech and all of that stuff. As it flails against it, though, let's see. Penelope's close enough to see. Penelope, give me a perception check. Actually, Annis is close enough too, so you can both give me a perception check.
Alrighty.
14.
Let's do Annis's stats. Perception. Bam. Wow.
Would you like to reroll? Are you close enough for that?
I think so. It's a 30 feet thing, isn't it?
I'm looking. I don't remember.
I would like to re-roll that if I.
Seeing like what I can.
If not, it's no big deal.
Don't remember what that was called.
Isn't it just like a race ability?
It's bountiful luck. It's a feat.
Yeah, like
30 feet. Yep.
30 feet.
Okay. Re-rolling. That's much better.
Such an opposite.
Dirty 20.
Okay, so Penelope, from where you're at, you see the wraith wailing against the side of this, almost this pillar of light coming up from the circle, and it doesn't seem like the wraith can break through it. But as it's doing that, you can actually see, sort of out of the corner of your eye, as you're sort of looking up at it, you can see past it. The area above the stage, which has all of the stuff hanging from up in the sort of rafters area. And you can see there's a hanging bucket. Like, presumably this would have been used for some kind of stage effect. And it's just hanging up there. And as this thing is wailing against it, the stage is shaking slightly. And you can see that bucket teetering. Now, Annis, from where you're at, you can see this kid who's leaning against the wall and more calm than he was before due to what Penelope did. But you can actually see very briefly a slight glow around him that it's not like a glow might not be the right word for it. It's more like a shadow around him. It's a darker area around him versus the rest of the room with all the light going on. And very, very briefly, as he's leaning there, you can see that shadow jump out from him very slightly, and it seems to go clear across the top of the room where it sees this hanging bucket and just tips it. And then before you know it, a liquid in the bucket falls down onto the stage, washes over the edge of the circle, and the circle fails.
Oh, that's not good.
Oh, shit.
Why was there a bucket?
Cool.
And there it went.
What I'm thinking, or what Annis is thinking, is that our little student friend might be possessed or something.
You can roll an Arcana check to try to guess what's up.
Cool.
Okay. So it's possible that he's possessed, but you don't think so because this thing that seemed to be popping off of him didn't go to the ghost. It went up to way above the ghost. It seemed like something else might be going on there. It doesn't seem like this is a result of the ghost itself so much as something about this kid. But you've not seen anything like it before.
Did he give us his name?
Not yet. You walked in on him screaming.
That's fair. Right, well, that's weird.
Yep, so that happened, and with the circle broken, the ghost is going to start moving. Floats right by Penelope, ignoring her entirely. It's going after the kid. But it used its action hitting stuff, so that's the end of its turn.
Wait, did it... How close did it pass by Penelope?
Oh, do you want to hit it?
Yeah.
Yeah, go for it. It floated right past you. It was completely ignoring you. You absolutely can.
I did not bring my short sword, so...
Oh, yeah, shit. All I have is the wand.
I'm just gonna smack it.
All I have is the
Or
staff
attempt
of
to
flowers.
smack it. I don't know that that's gonna work.
Are you smacking it like with your hands?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you can target it and roll an attack.
I got her. How do I just attack? If I don't have the short sword.
Let me see if we have an attack for you programmed in. Oh, weird. It doesn't have a bare hand attack. Hold on.
If I remember correctly, Crosby gave Annis and Penelope those earrings to keep them protected from the ghost, but it also would have let them hit the ghost?
That was your understanding, yeah.
Okay. So we can't normally hit the ghost.
Not usually. So, Penelope, go ahead and just roll the short sword attack, because the attack roll will be the same, and we'll just adjust the damage dice as appropriate.
Okay.
I think this is one of those things where I forgot to add, like, just hitting stuff to your list.
Why would Penelope hit things?
Whoosh. Okay, so it floated over you anyway, because it's all up there.
Dang.
Okay, so now we are down to Crosby, who sees this ghost floating over. toward the frightened student. Okay, that's not good. Let's see what I can do with this here problem. Come
on, Crosby, settle those bones.
This is his job. Okay, so you know what? You want to be rude? You can have a rude friend. Oh, that's not cute. Hold on, let's do a cuter one. Whatever. It's just this for now. And Crosby, very quickly, like, you can see this especially, Annis, it's going right behind you. He reaches into his coat and he pulls out a collection of tiny, like, little trinkets, stuff that you would maybe recognize from times when Annis, like, went to stores, like shopping, like just general shopping adventures. Like, when you go to those little things that take quarters in the US, right in the entrance of the little bubbles that have toys in them, he pulls out one of those. He pops it open, and then he throws whatever is inside of it, which I'm not going to make you roll a new perception check because you've rolled plenty of them here. It's like a little bone that he apparently keeps in those little bubbles. And when it hits the pew right in front of this thing, what you get is... Did you appear correctly? The bone hits the pew right in front of it, and a spirit pops up above the bone. And his spirit is not nearly as big and scary as the one that's in front of it. It actually looks more like a Casper the Friendly Ghost type spirit. It's not like as cute as Casper, but it is still a ghost that now pops up in front of this thing. And upon seeing this thing in front of it, the little ghost just goes, and like puts on a big tough face and like flexes its little ghost arms, ready to fight it back. Okay, you keep it busy while we do something there. Okay, little ghosty friend, that's good. And Crosby then moves for his action over here to intercept. And you know what? I'm going to do something better than a U because the U is boring. There we go. Spooky.
It's a teeny little ghost.
It's a teeny little ghost. And...
So small.
It's so tiny. All right, and now it is Annis's turn.
So, Annis would know that obviously trying to attack it with physical things isn't going to do any good. Hang on.
Annis would know that hitting it with something not magical would probably have trouble.
Okay, Annis, with Hemlock on her shoulder, way to drag them both, is gonna come over here. About right there.
Mm-hmm.
And she's gonna... Man, I really didn't come prepared for a fight. I think I'll cast... So she's never seen Crosby fight, so she doesn't actually know what he can do.
It's true. You know that Crosby was there to take care of ghost problems in Germany, but you've never seen Crosby fight ever.
So I don't know if he uses like strength or dexterity or whatever, or intelligence to fight with. Okay. Okay, so she's gonna use 2 cantrips. Can I do that, or do I only get 1 action?
If one of them is a bonus action, you can use that. If they're both actions, you only get 1.
That's also okay. She's gonna use guidance on Crosby.
Okay.
Because he's probably gonna be more effective in this fight than she'll be able to. Crosby ghost. I've been trying to come up with like a pun on gotta catch 'em all, but I'm like, I can't think of anything that has 3 syllables. Ghost like guidance. Boom. He gets an extra D4 on an ability check.
Gotta catch 'em all, poltergeist.
Yeah.
What were you knowing about?
We literally just thought of the exact same thing at the exact same time.
That's because I don't keep the word poltergeist in my head.
That's understandable.
And she's gonna... Yeah, she's got that staff of flowers, and she's like, it's not gonna do anything. I'm done.
You can make it sprout flowers.
It's magical. You could hit it.
Yeah, she's got that staff of flowers out and ready, I guess, and that's it.
All right.
Johnny?
All right. We're not trying to make friends with this one, right?
I don't think we can.
Okay.
It doesn't seem to be reasoned with. Yeah.
Works for me. So Johnny pulls back her right arm, and then she goes, and scene. And a blast of it's an eldritch blast, but like a blast of almost lightning flies out of her hands and pelts into this thing. For 3 whole damage. But it does hurt. It does seem to hit it pretty hard. All right, you. Go back to your circle. Or I'll do that worse next time. Yeah. Now it's Hemlock's turn.
Okay. Hemlock.
Because we are no longer shuffling these.
Where's your character? There you are. Okay. He can do the song and still concentrate on protection from good and evil, right?
Does the song require concentration?
The song isn't a spell. It's just kind of... I don't think it does. It doesn't say it does.
I don't think it does either. So go for it. It's like having to remember the new rules. But I don't think it does.
And it can only work on one thing at a time, so we're not in danger of Johnny being
this is kind of nerfed from before, but it's also sustainable now. Mm-hmm. And Hemlock has more than 3 HP, so you know what? Worth it.
Okay, how do I... Oh, last? Okay. This is the first time I've used it since we changed it.
Right.
So hopefully this works. So it's singing, but
that's good. That means it failed its save.
It failed its save.
Yeah.
Okay. So, do I do charmed and incapacitated, or for the effect? Or is it just charmed, or is it just incapacitated?
Let's see. While charmed by the Nasoid, the target is incapacitated. Whenever the target takes damage from a source other than the Nasoid, it can repeat the saving throw. It can also repeat the saving throw at the end of each of its turns. On a success, the effect ends. So for right now, it is incapacitated until its turn or until someone does something to it. So yeah.
So it's just incapacitated. I don't also have to do charm.
Yeah, well, so like it is charmed, but the effect of charmed in this instance is incapacitation.
Okay.
Like
Gotcha.
the weird thing with 5e is that charmed doesn't mean anything other than
Oh.
it's a classification of effects that some things are immune to.
Okay. Okay. Cool. So it's incapacitated right now, and Hemlock
Yeah,
is
so
just...
what's happening is Hemlock is singing at it, and it's angry as hell, but it hears this sound from a bird, and it just starts bobbing left and right like a really awkward kid at prom.
I'm picturing that scene at the very end of Digimon the movie, the dub, where the big scary monster is just humming along to All Star by Smash Mouth.
Yeah, that works. That's contemporary enough. I guess it's up to you to decide like what the song of the Nasuverse sounds like. If you want it to be Smash Mouth, it can be Smash Mouth.
It's
I was thinking more the awkward scene where the Goombas start dancing in the Mario Brothers movie, but
oh, it could be that too.
all sorts of things. Regardless, the ghost is standing there or floating there, kind of humming back and forth at itself.
Cool. Hemlock, you're so far the MVP.
I mean, if Hemlock is good at anything, it's messing up ghosts.
Fair.
Now it's Penelope's turn.
Yeah. Hold on. Okay, do not want that. You know what? Fuck it. Okay. She's gonna move. Basically, she's gonna move right there.
Uh-huh.
And okay, before I do this and do something stupid, does Charm Person override the incapacitation, or does it double up? If it goes through.
So do an Arcana check, and I will tell you what you can expect to happen.
Okay.
Okay.
19.
So, you would know just from general experience with the way that your spells work, that charming a ghost is impossible unless the spell is meant to charm a ghost. Because they're just different.
Okay.
So if you would like to change how your character moves, you may, because you would know that.
Nah, she's... well, yes, actually. Hold on. Okay, backing up a little bit. Before she moves, she's gonna cast Minor Illusion.
Okay.
And make it look like there's a wall. I'm gonna draw again. Whee!
Okay.
Ooh, no, okay. Instead of a wall, I'm gonna make it look like there's another circle that's
okay.
like, woo, that is a shitty circle. But just pretend that there's an actual circle that doesn't suck.
Is it similar to the one that it was stuck in before?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, it looks exactly like that, the one from before. and then going to walk around to where I had her walk in the first place. And she's just going to be like, all right, I need you to stop. You need to calm down and leave that kid alone. She's not casting anything else. Just chatting. Trying to convince.
There you go. Like
Woohoo!
that?
Yeah. He's gonna be like, you can't get out of this circle now. So I wouldn't even try. But you need to stop trying to hurt that kid.
Okay. Do you want to roll deception on this thing?
Can I roll persuasion?
If you're going to convince it not to attack the kid, it's persuasion. If you're going to lie to it about this circle being real, it's going to be deception.
What if it's both? Because it's technically both.
You can do either one, and that will be what determines where the weak point of your trick lies then. So
We're gonna go with persuasion.
okay.
Oh, it would help if I the dice.
Your bonus is so big. Bard life.
And that's my turn.
Okay. All right, so the frightened kid, oh shit, it's that damn curse again. Thank you. Thank you all very much. He's gonna try to get down this way a little bit. Squeezing his way around. Bumps into Johnny. Oh, excuse me, I'm just trying to not be eaten by a ghost. Do I want to let him go?
No!
You heard the boss lady. Oh, all right. In that case, I'm going to... And he hides behind the bird now. All right, good luck. Sorry. Dreadfully sorry. Not the intention. And that's it.
Woo!
Now it is over to Crosby's ghost. Crosby's ghost, who's floating inside of this little circle, assuming I click on it correctly, which I might not be able to because I just put a giant circle on all of you. And this system is not smart enough to just be like, move to bottom. So let's just move you over here for a second. Burp, burp. We know it's there. The important thing is we know it's there. I'll move it back when we need it. So the ghost is floating up, and the ghost is going to hold its action until it is told what to do by Crosby.
Cool.
Now it is the Wraith's turn to try to break out of a Nasoy song. And it does.
Ah!
So after floating there a bit aimlessly for a second, it seems to reach up with its ghostly hands and put them up over its ghostly ears. But because it's a ghost, you can see through all of this. It's still partially transparent. But as it does so, it seems to squeeze its head in such a way that it distorts like a heated wax head. And the distortion seems to be doing enough to close its ears off to the point where it no longer has holes for ears. And then it shakes its head and it stares back over and looks down around itself and sees this giant circle that you've placed around it. And given that, it's going to look down at this other ghost, and it's going to look at Penelope. And as far as you can tell, it believes you that you have trapped it in this circle and that it should not go after that kid.
Woohoo!
So it's going to do something else.
Oh no.
It is going to go after that Penelope.
Oh no.
So it's going to reach out at Penelope with its pointy cane. Like its angry pointy cane, and it's just going to jab it at you.
Ugh.
And it misses because you're short. So it stabs it at you, but because you're just below it and pretty nimble, it darts right by your head. However, you can see as it goes by you that the end of this cane has what you can only imagine to be blood on it. You can feel it dripping around you, but everywhere the drops go, it just sort of fades away before it actually hits and leaves a mark on anything.
Oh, fun.
You get the impression that that would have been immensely miserable to experience.
Yeah.
And with that, it's going to float down at Penelope. And it's going to try to wrap itself around you.
Ew. Gross.
Yeah. So, Penelope, you can feel this thing, like it stabbed at you, but then it followed that up by floating down, and its long, creepy arms and its pseudo legs as it's floating in a wispy state sort of wrap around you like a re-dead from Zelda. It's trying to hug onto you, and it doesn't actually grapple you. You don't feel the physical force of it, but it just touching you makes you deeply uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And in the process of doing that, that's not gonna work. No, don't add more. No. I need to. Let's see if I can cancel out of that. Ignore whatever die roll if you see them, because that's not real.
Oh, shit.
Or just bonks itself because I forgot to make the combat tracker big enough for it to actually do something to you. So I'm going to fix that. Boop. And there we go.
Oh, I'm angry. And attacks itself.
Yeah. Okay, so as it squeezes around you, it's very cold to the touch. And everywhere that it's touching you feels a little frosted over. And also, it's this strange one. So it feels frosty, but everywhere it touches you goes numb.
Ew.
It kind of feels like when your foot falls asleep because you've been sitting on it for too long. Like, not like this is a permanent numbness where that's going to necessarily hinder you all that much, but you don't like it. Like, all of the hairs on, your body, like all of them, your arms, your neck, everything just goes immediately to standing on end. This is deeply uncomfortable. And it stays on you. Inside of that circle.
Rude.
Yep. But now that it's attacked you, Crosby's ghost is not about that. So we're going to drag this back up to Crosby's ghost, which is now taking its action because while Crosby didn't tell it what to do, it was created with a goal, and now it's going to try to follow it. So let's see if you were programmed correctly. You were not. Wow, I didn't program this correctly at all. That'll teach me to use a pre-written spell instead of just making it. How dare they? We're just going to roll a die and see if it works. Right, so that one's a miss. And okay, so the second one hits. So this tiny little ghost that Crosby spit out, so to speak, flies down to you, Penelope, and it's reaching onto this other ghost that's taking up your space. And you feel a kaiju battle of ghosts going on where you are. Like, they're shoving each other with you just sort of stuck as the battlefield for where they're fighting.
Oh, good.
Yeah, but Crosby's ghost is not hurting you.
Yay.
It seems to be more friendly than that. And instead, it is bonking at the other ghost, and it shoves the other ghost off of you. Is it taking both of you at once?
Yeah.
That's weird. Why is it doing that? Penelope, stop being ghosted. Is it doing that because the ghost was incapacitated a second ago? That might be it. It might be treating it like it's a corpse you're carrying around.
Oh, good.
Which is funny, but not what we're doing here. Let's just clear that out. Get out of Penelope, ghost. There it goes.
We need an exorcism.
I mean, you're in the right place. So yeah, Crosby's pocket ghost pulls that ghost off of you and just slaps it in the face. Very sassy. Crosby goes, "That's right." But it is no longer on you.
Yay.
Hurrah. It is now actually Crosby's turn. Okay, see, that was rude and unacceptable. So, you didn't learn your lesson. That nice little bird was giving you an out. Now that you're being a dick, we're just going to have to do something else. And Crosby is going to... cast a spell. Okay, then. You're just going to take some of this. Why did they never program these in correctly? I'm going to have to rebuild his whole sheet. Whatever. It'll be fine. Okie dokie, then. We're just going to roll some proper dice. Okay, so Crosby, upon seeing this thing finally not stuck to Penelope, goes, "All right, enough of that now." And he reaches again into his bag, and he pulls out 3 tiny little things, and he just chucks them. And as soon as they go in the air, they seem to float for a second. Annis, you're right there, so you can see these. These look like finger bones, like the small ones at the end. And then they just dart forward like missiles and all bash into the ghost. And they smack it in 3 different spots, like the head, the left and right shoulder, and it wails back, screaming again angrily. Think about what you've done, you jerk. It doesn't seem to like any of that. As for you, kid, this is your problem, and you're going to help us fix it, or I'm going to tell your teacher. Oh, fuck. Okay. Okay, I'm helping. I'm helping now. Good. Kids. Gotta be a little disciplined, you know. Annis' turn.
That's... Okay, so it's not incapacitated anymore.
Nope. It's just floating around like a jerk.
I guess Annis will come to about right here. Try casting... Produce flame on it.
Okay. That's a hit.
Okay. Do I then... I roll damage. Okay.
Yep.
don't think. Have you been actually damaged?
Yeah.
Okay. How bad is it?
4 points.
Okay, not too bad then. Yeah, I guess that's about all I can do. Hemlock came with.
Yeah. Okay, well, it did. So as your fire hit it, it burns away a bit at its weird theatrical ghosty costume. And in the spots where it's burnt, you can see skeletal. It's dumb phrasing, but yeah, you can essentially see bits of skeleton exposed from under that. It does not at all look like it's burning as much as it should be, but you're definitely affecting it. It's not happy.
So, seems like fire doesn't work that well. She'll just shout at it. Hey, ghost, consider stop being so angry or something. I've got nothing. That's it.
It turns back. It looks at you as you say that. It goes.
I said consider it. Gosh. That didn't work at all.
Oh no.
I'm trying to discourage Shelly.
Just do it right now. Oh no.
Cool. Great.
Rip.
Yeah, that's it. That's all I get.
Okay. Johnny reaches back and chucks another Eldritch Blast over Penelope's head at it. You stay off of her, or I will get closer and do this the same. And the Eldritch Blast propels into it, and similar to before, it seems to double back a bit as it gets hit by that. It seems to be taking more pain from this. The flames definitely hurt it a little bit, but the Eldritch Blast and whatever it was Crosby did seemed to be hurting it significantly more. See how you like that, rude bastard. Hey, you kid, help out. Okay. But now it's Hemlock's turn.
So let me read. Hemlock's song. I can only do it the once, right? I can't just keep.
Once they
doing it?
pass it,
Okay.
you can't get them again for a day.
That's what I thought. Okay, it's got to be a corpse to speak with. He does that, it'll hit. You can only do the protection of evil and good on one. Hemlock can't really do much else, so I guess he's gonna end his turn.
Okay. Are you leaving him on your shoulder?
Yeah.
Okay. Penelope's turn.
Woo! Ooh, this is fun. Hold please, I think I just had an idea. Maybe. You know what, fuck it. We are gonna cast Suggestion, but not with the Mystic Eye.
Since you knew from before that this thing's immune to charm, you know that won't work.
Oh, that won't work either?
Yeah, because it says creatures that can't be charmed are immune to this effect.
Oh.
I wanted to save you that before you use the spell.
Okay, in that case, okay, hold on. Rethinking.
It's all good.
That's a cab.
Yep. This. You know what? Why the actual heck not? Okay, so an action. Okay, so she's going to cast dancing lights.
Okay.
There. Yeah. Woo. Um. And the dance is gonna. Oh God. Basically, she's going to send them up towards the stage so that they kind of look like spotlights.
Okay.
And she's gonna look at the ghost and be like, "Sir, you're being called back to the stage." And then she's gonna make the circle disappear.
Okay.
And then it's gonna be like, "If you could follow me," and then goes like right, like where she goes right there, and then trying to remember if she did bring the fiddle with her, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I think you were using it earlier.
Yeah, so she pulls out the fiddle like she's about to go and like play for him to come on the stage.
Okay.
And so I'm gonna hold and see what he does. That.
Okay. So you're trying to convince him that it's time for him to go act.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, you can do this one actually does work more for persuasion than deception because ghosts are weird. So go for it.
Okay.
Okay.
26.
All right.
Sorry, I can't. And I'm holding. I'm holding a bonus. Can I hold a bonus action? Is that a thing I can do?
You can only hold actions.
Damn it. Okay. Well. Okay. Cool. Good to know. That's my turn.
Okay. All right. So now it's back to that kid that keeps getting bullied into help out. Are we hurting it or not?
I mean, I'm trying to avoid it. Avoid hurting it.
Okay. Let's try.
If I got summoned into a circle and people tried to beat the crap out of me, I'd be pretty mad too.
That's fair. And so he's like, "Yes, Mr. Ghost, you're on. They're calling you for the curtains or whatever it is that they do. But yeah, get up there or everyone will be disappointed in you. Oh look, the special effects are starting." And a big cloud of dramatic fog is appearing up on the stage. Verify how big the 20-foot radius. Those things are huge. Okay.
Oh damn.
Poof. Is that? Yep, that's 20 feet. So yeah, a big cloud of fog is appearing up on the stage now. Better hurry up or you'll let everyone down. Go break a leg that isn't mine. Okay, so Crosby's little ghost is just going to float back a little bit to accompany Penelope per its last set of instructions, because when it was summoned it was, don't let that thing hurt Penelope. So that's its job. You'll note that when the ghost floats away from it, It doesn't attack the ghost, just like it didn't attack Penelope.
2.
Seems to be confused more than anything. The ghost stares at the lot of you, and then it stares up at the stage with the bright lights and the dramatic fog, and then it screams again. And as it screams, you can hear it sort of shifting a little bit into it starts to float its way up to the stage.
Gollum.
Jeez.
And then it turns back out to the audience and it starts to scream again. But the screams have varying tenors that almost but doesn't quite sound like words to you. And it starts to pace back and forth up on the stage. And then it ducks into its cloud just for a moment. And then pops out with its arms high like it's greeting a crowd, waiting for applause.
Gotta clap for it.
Yeah, and this will also clap, I guess.
Oh, this is a good one. Okay. Yeah, good. Yes. You are amazing. I really appreciate everything that you do. Also, you should really encore more. Do more. Keep doing that. Yes. And Crosby has pulled out his phone and is typing away at stuff. Keep it up. You're the best. Go you. And then it's Janus' turn.
Oh, jeez. Lannis is not going to try and set it on fire again. Ooh. I'm reading something.
Sure.
So I'm going to use Druidcraft to make it look like there's snow falling around the ghost.
Okay. I should have something for that, I hope. Oh, I do. That's amazing. All right. Snow is falling around the ghost.
And stand near Penelope. You all right?
I'll be fine. Hopefully I'm not haunted.
Be like, yeah, woo! Go, Mr. Ghost! Keep at it! You're doing great! That's it. That's my turn.
All right, I'm getting real confused by this one, but I can read the room. So Johnny is going to walk over, and she's just picking up the kid. And does so. So she grabs the kid and just carries him up to the front where these seats are, and she sits him down, and she stands right behind him, and then she says to the kid, now look, he's going to do what he's going to do, and you're going to keep him super happy until whatever our friend over there does works out. But if he tries to haunt us, I expect you to kick his ass, because this is your fault. All right? Yes, good job. Keep up the good work. Excelsior. And as you can see, like behind her back, Johnny seems to be holding a ready to go at a moment's notice Eldritch Blast.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Hemlock gonna Hemlock.
Yeah, I don't know. There's not too much he can do that won't damage somebody, and we're trying not to hurt them now. So, yep.
And Penelope.
Oh Lord. Okay. She's gonna. I'm gonna lose control of her. It's fine. One. Okay, she's gonna stand on the stage close to the ghost, but not like right beside the ghost because that's a bad idea.
Yeah.
She's gonna. She's just gonna start playing the fiddle.
Okay.
Basically to accompany the ghost.
Okay.
And she's you know what? I hope this doesn't fuck anything up. She's gonna do the thing where the bowstrings do the thing where they catch on fire.
Okay.
For extra effect. Mostly because I just wanted to use it.
Yeah. So yeah, your bowstring catches on fire and you become a light source. So you're super dramatic down there with the flames. And the ghost sees this and it does its screaming thing again, which I'm not going to keep doing because it's hurting my throat. But
that's fair.
It seems pretty happy with that. It's nodding in its own weird way at you. Like its head is not quite connected to its neck, but it's bobbing up and down without its shoulders going up and down. So you know that it seems to think like, yes, this is what it deserves.
Yeah. And then
you can roll performance.
Yeah. 19.
Okay. You are rocking it. Yeah. You are going full, like... You seem to be matching your music to what it's doing very effectively, and you're building up the drama. Every time it moves a more sudden movement, you pick up the pace. And every time it slows down, you transition into a more slow, somber, almost melancholic thing. And you are definitely seeing this thing go full drama, even though you can't really make out its face. It is now practically dancing around with its cane.
Oh Lord, it's going full putting on the Ritz. And then before I end my turn, oh God, can I use what I got from that history roll from earlier?
Yeah.
Okay, she's going to look at the ghost and say, "Are you the man in gray?"
Okay.
And that's the end of my turn.
All right. And now it is over to the kid, who is, as fervently as he can, cheering on this ghost and its amazing performance. He's clapping his hands. Stupendous and wonderful. This is great. This is the greatest show I've ever seen. And let's see how convincing he is. His nervousness is definitely seeping through, but the ghost doesn't seem to notice. Crosby's little ghost sort of floats there next to... Actually, no, its job is to go with Penelope. So it's going to float up to beside Penelope and her flaming bowstrings.
Woohoo!
And it doesn't do anything else because it's not that complicated of a ghost.
Yay.
Alright, so now this ghost, with the snow falling around it, the big dramatic clouds, all the spotlights, the flaming musical accompaniment, is going to perform for you.
Oh, good.
It's actually really good. You can't make out its words, but you can tell from the way that it's walking around on the stage now. Which I'm just going to move this back because overlapping these things is hard. It's now walking back and forth on the stage, taking moments to take in the whole atmosphere, look to the audience, screech at you like it's giving some kind of soliloquy, walking back, gripping its cane up against its chest at times, looking up and around, completely hamming out. It doesn't seem to react to what you said before, Penelope, but it seems to be caught up in its own little world for the moment, regardless. So it's pacing back and forth, and as it does, you notice from where you are, Penelope, since you're right up near it, you don't have to make a roll for this. The longer it's up here floating around, the less like opaque it is. Like, it was already transparent, but it's starting to fade away. Like, whatever it was that was manifesting it in this like ectoplasm or temporary body or whatever it was that summoned it is running out. It's like it's on a hidden clock. But it's not attacking anyone anymore. It seems to be completely caught up in its own little world. Okay. It gets down to Crosby now. And Crosby is now hopping over and sitting down on the little bench. And he reaches into his pocket and he pulls out a box of Cracker Jacks and he starts tossing them back. So here's a good show. You keep it up. And when he does that, both Annis and Penelope, you can see that like he seems to be a little more calm now than he was a few minutes ago. But also, when he says keep it up, you see him sort of tilting his head toward the door. And you can't see who it is from where you are, but it seems like someone is standing in the doorway and watching the show from that front curtain that you had to open to get in here.
And you said we can't see who it is, right?
Nope. They're obscured in the path just behind it. Like, you can tell there's a body there, but it's more of a silhouette.
Gotcha.
And Crosby's done.
Woo. Annis.
It is Annis's turn.
Yeah, I guess she'll use Druidcraft again to make it look like there are falling leaves, or no, flower petals now.
Flower petals?
Mixed in with the snow.
Ooh.
Ooh, it's so dramatic. Okay, well, not that one. I just looked at the thing that it produced. I'm like, not that. What is that? Oh, that's disgusting. We're not doing that. I was going to drop in a picture of flowers, but what it brought up was corpse flower, and I'm like, that's not it.
Yeah, no.
I don't think that's the effect we wanted. So yeah, I don't have a token for it handy, but yes, flowers are starting to fall around it. The petals are adding a nice reflective feeling to it because he's slowing down, and as he slows down, the petals start falling from above, and the ghost seems to look up at these petals, and it holds out a skeletal hand, and as one of the petals floats through the hand, it follows it down with its creepy wraith eyes, and then it pulls the lack of petal in its hand up to its chest regardless, and it starts to bow for the scene.
Bravo, fantastic work. Encore. That's my turn. Yeah.
Okay. So when it gets to Johnny, Johnny observes all of this going on, and you remember that thing that she did with those neat like fire illusions way back in the Bard thing? Back in the Lupin mansion? So she does that, and she creates a series of tiny little flame people in the front row where there's no one right now, and they're all hopping up and down and sort of clapping like in this incredibly low volume thing. They're just like,
so quiet the microphone didn't pick up.
did it not pick any of it up?
No.
That's funny too. Yes, very tiny. It's like the sound of one hand clapping, low volume. But they're hopping up and down in the front row and cheering on. And Johnny herself is also behind them going, "Truly, you are a testament to your craft. You are an amazing thespian? I'm going to go with thespian. You're an amazing thespian, and we greatly appreciate what you're doing, and we would love to hear more of it." And she's going to roll. And the ghost, upon hearing this, leans back up from a very deep bow and then turns to Penelope and bows at her super deep. And then turns back to the crowd and bows again. And then it sort of leans back up with a... It's not really a look of satisfaction because you can't see its face, but the body language tells you that it's pretty happy with itself. So, Johnny, why are you Johnny 1? Don't stop it. Don't do that.
Oh no, it's an army of Johnnies.
Okay, it is back to Hemlock. I'm assuming Hemlock's not doing anything.
Nah.
All right, then Penelope, you are here to play it out. You can see it's almost gone. It's almost completely faded.
Okay, she's gonna. Okay, my laptop's not gonna cooperate. She's gonna walk up to the ghost, and she's gonna stop playing, and hold out her hand like she's going to reach for the ghost's hand so they can do like a bow.
Okay. The ghost is going to reach over to take your hand.
Okay.
Are you gonna let it?
Yeah.
Okay. So when the ghost touches your hand, you will now get to make a. Can I target you with this?
I don't like that question.
Okay, so when it touches your hand, you can feel your hand going cold very, very quickly.
Oh no.
And you can feel the mana being pulled out of you. It's similar to the feeling that you get when you're casting a spell, but you're not regulating it. It's just pulling it as that goes. And let's see.
Oh, I don't like how many dice just rolled. Oh no.
So it's draining you hard, but as it does, you can actually see more of its face coming back together.
Oh,
and
no.
it smiles, and then it disappears. But yeah, that hurt. That drained you a lot. Like, that hurt significantly.
Like physical damage?
Yeah.
Or...
Yeah. Penelope took some damage from that. There are no wounds, but the area where it touched your hand, looking at it, it looks very dark.
The ghost is gone, right?
Yes, the ghost is now vanishing.
So we're out of combat. Cool.
You are out of combat.
Run up and vault onto the stage, if I can. Do I need to roll like acrobatics or athletics?
No, you could do this. You are sufficiently tall. This is not a high stage.
And I am casting Cure Wounds. Yes, I have Cure Wounds. On Penelope. Have some HP.
She's just gonna like lean on Anna's like,
How bad is it? Do you need a potion?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, 1 potion coming right up.
It's pretty bad.
That. Ooh. Okay. What have we learned?
Ghost.
Cool.
Are you okay, Penelope? I don't know how to help you, but if I can, do you need hey you kid, fix this kid. I don't know how to do that. I'm not that.
44 plus 4 hit points. I think you roll. I'm giving you a potion.
Oh. So wait, what do I roll?
4d4, and then add 4 to that.
Hold up.
Using a potion of greater heal. So you get 12.
12.
Yep.
Okay. I don't know how to change that on here, but...
So you just gained 12 from that. So
yeah.
There you go.
And I have reduced the number of greater healing potions in my inventory to reflect that.
Okay.
I'm
Penelope's looking a lot better already.
Is her hand still looking weird?
So, between the spell and the healing potion, the color is returned to your hand. You yourself feel a little short of breath right now, but you don't think there's going to be any permanent damage or anything like that. You're just more tired than you were a second ago.
Valid. Can I cast Healing Word on myself?
You can.
I'm gonna do that. Gonna attempt to do. Oh, okay.
Yep, it applied.
Cool. Oh, that did not feel good.
But we did get rid of the ghost without having to fight it.
Yeah.
Much.
So, those little illusions that Johnny had at the front that were clapping were very low. And once the ghost disappeared, like, the kids stopped cheering. But you still hear clapping from the far back of the room. And from there, you can see now stepping forward who is clapping. It's that guy!
Rocco.
It's Rocco. Belphibon.
What a name.
I mean, welcome to Locktower. Wait till you hear this kid's name.
I can't wait.
But yeah, so I'm not going to bother with the tokens at this point. But Rocco walks in, and he's clapping. He's like, that was quite the show. Thank you for letting me know about this, Crosby. Your assistance is always appreciated. And, I've not seen someone deal with that in some time. Tell me, child, were you the one who summoned that? Yes, Professor. I did that. Well, I'm impressed you did it, but be more careful in the future. Perhaps stick to summoning stagehands. Right, yes, absolutely. It was misfortune. It's always misfortune with you. Boy. And he sort of turns to a lot of you. In the kid's defense, he is cursed. Misfortune follows him around, but it seems today fortune blended with it as you were here to help him, so that's good. And that was quite the show for me, so I was quite entertained. You have some interesting friends here, Crosby. Oh, indeed I do. They are quite the bunch. They have managed to somehow avoid really anything super violent, as far as I can tell. They seem to actually negotiate with ghosts, or at least take care of them in that other way. They're a fun lot. You might enjoy talking to them sometime. Everyone, this is Rocco Belphibon. You might know him as the head of summoning, and honestly, he probably knows more about the kind of stuff that you were looking into earlier than anybody else in this place.
Yeah.
Well, I know a great deal about summoning.
Nice to meet you, Mr. Belphibon. Anis will just kind of like nod at him.
Penelope is just gonna wave. She's tired.
It looked like it got a fair bit of your mana there, child.
Ooh,
But,
me?
to credit, you probably were the one who convinced it was time to go.
Yay!
Good work.
Still just kind of like leaning on Anna's like, ugh.
Anis will like put an arm around her to better support her. Kind of lean over a little.
That was certainly a
Yeah,
show.
you're so short. What?
Ugh. What? What?
Yeah, we sorry. I talked over you.
Oh, no, it's fine. He just said, that was quite the show. Both in the performance and the way that you handled our, well, resident murder ghost. He didn't poke any of you with that stick of his, did he?
He almost did.
Well, it's good that he missed. In life, he managed to kill a man with that, so it's presumably
good.
quite durable.
Oh, good.
We usually keep him tied up downstairs, but it seems that the seals on him must have fallen apart. So it's good that you caught him when you did. That would match my luck, wouldn't it? Still, again, you're fortunate that apparently people happen by to take care of you. So, consider it a wash this time. Great. I'm gonna go rest now. Everyone, thank you. I don't really know who all of you are, but I appreciate your help. Where are my manners? I'm so sorry. Yes, my name is, I'm sorry, this is embarrassing. My name is Albedo Happenstance, and I am the most cursed person in Clock Tower, to my knowledge.
Can you spell that?
Are you asking him in character?
No.
Oh.
Both of us immediately grabbed our notebooks and pens when you were like, "Oh, where are my manners?" Like, oh, he's about to say his name. We're gonna write this shit down.
Here you go. You can now see his name.
That's exactly how I spelled it.
Wow, that is a name.
Can we maybe call you by a nickname? Do you have a nickname?
Can we call you Al?
Albie?
Al would be appreciated. It's better. Like my family name is not the most prestigious. But it is. Yeah, Al would be wonderful. Thank you. I appreciate your assistance.
Oh,
Yes.
sorry. Where are our manners? My name is Market Foxby.
Oh, are you one of the Foxbees? That's impressive.
Yes. Sure.
I'm Jan Saxcoat.
Are you by chance related to Hither Saxcoat?
Yeah, that's my older sister.
That's quite impressive. And so, like, you can see him looking at you, but, like, with his back turned on, like, the authority figure of Rocco. And he sort of pulls his, like, robe just aside a little bit. And you can see that he's got the tops of a bootleg Penelope shirt on under it.
Wait, who does? Albedo?
Yeah.
Albedo.
Sorry, that's not in character. Yep, you definitely know my sister.
It's been a pleasure to meet all of you. I'm gonna go and not be in this room now.
Probably a good idea.
And
Scarlet, you didn't introduce yourself.
Oh, my apologies. Yes, I am Scarlet Pumpkin Tickle of the North American Mages Association. It is a pleasure to meet you, Mr. Happenstance. And I am sorry that I had to pick you up and move you around like that. It was improper, but it seemed appropriate at the time. No, it's quite all right. I've inconvenienced all of you enough. What's a little forced relocation between allies and combat? Gonna shimmer. Nice bird. It was very great. Thank you. And Mr. Bone Settler, thank you very much for your assistance as well. And Professor, thank you all. And he just shimmies away.
Mr. Bone Settler. Please, my father was Mr. Bone Settler. Call the cops.
From a long line of people that aren't named that, but we use it anyway because it sounds cool. Well, that was definitely something. Normally I wouldn't be too open to having an audience with strangers, but you've entertained me today, so. Crosby here says that you might have a few questions based on some of your current activities, so if you'd like to discuss, you're welcome to drop by my office, although I understand if you're feeling a bit under the weather after having what looked like a not inconsiderate amount of mana pulled out of you. You're always welcome to visit, should, you like it. Do you like mystic codes? I have a lot of mystic codes if you'd like to see them. And you can see him getting much closer now. I don't have his token on the map, but he's like looming forward as he says this, and he has a very big look in his eyes, like he is a nerd who has something to show off.
Yeah, we can see come later. We're gonna be here for a few days.
Excellent. That's good.
Looks like you need at least a nap, if not some good food. Yawn.
What time is it?
In universe?
Yeah.
Let's take a look at the clock, because you haven't been here that long. We'll say it's 10.
Alright.
So yeah, we're not quite to lunchtime yet. But you've gone up and down a number of stairs since you got here. On top of all of this.
Could always go get some lunch and then return here later. Or I mean, we will be here for a few days. So.
I was hoping I could drop in on one of Hither's classes, but like,
I'm too tired.
I don't even know where they are. I mean, I know where they are in general, but I don't want to go knocking on every door in the archaeology department.
Oh, that's a bit of a challenge. That's several buildings. Rocks Road is quite long and filled with old fuddy-duddies, like myself.
Do you know where her class is?
I'm afraid it's not my campus to follow. Though if you'd like a guide, I'm sure I could summon one for you.
I mean, you can always just ask her.
But if she's in class, she won't respond. Probably.
I mean, she was busy this morning, right? That's why we came here.
Yeah, because she's in class.
Maybe if you send her a message, she'll reply when she goes to the bathroom.
That's fair. She pulls out her phone and just sends a quick text. Is like, "Where is your class? I want to sit in on one."
This is a random thing. You don't get to do that often, Penelope. Roll a modern technology check.
Oh, good. That is something you can do. Woo! That's a nat 20.
Sure is. Okay, so yeah, like not only does your phone like very easily work here, it seems like this area is not warded at all for that. You notice the battery on your phone is at 27%. It seems whatever just happened to you took something from your phone too.
Oh no. Oh shit. Phone. Ugh. I think whatever the ghost did drained my phone too.
Oh.
Well, I hope she texts me back before it just goes.
Sidebar. There's no electricity at the shop. How have you been charging your...
I mean, it is 2005. Phones actually lasted more than 2 days then.
How has Annis been charging her?
Good question.
That's something that Annis will have to figure out.
The modern technology roll. Rolled a 20.
I rolled a 2.
That's on point.
Has been for some time.
Oh, Penelope has like a little portable battery that she puts there. I don't know.
I mean, Penelope probably would, given how much she travels. Like,
Yeah.
they weren't quite as good in the days before Pokemon Go made them a pocket industry, but they did exist. Like,
she's got one.
But yes, because you're in the older days of phones, they actually last a lot longer because people aren't staring at them every minute of the day and having them stream. So,
Do we perhaps need to go to a cafe or a library or somewhere for you to charge your phone? I think my phone is dead. I haven't charged it since we got here. We perhaps go to a cafe or library or somewhere?
Yeah, that's probably the best idea, because I don't... Ugh.
the theater upstairs also has outlets if you need them.
Really? Oh, yeah, I guess it would. Huh. Yeah, we can just go upstairs.
Unlike a lot of the World of Clock Tower, it actually has real lights and stuff.
Neat.
Because it's open to the public.
We can recharge the phones and recharge the me. Ugh. I'm gonna need to eat so many pastries.
I'm sure there's a cafe around here too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there's all kinds of food around here. This is a tourist spot.
20 cups of coffee.
Maybe cut down a little.
You're right. 25 cups of
That's
coffee.
okay. I think, Johnny, I think we might need to carry her upstairs.
All right. Just darts right over.
A little too easily. Okay.
Am I gonna get a piggyback ride?
Yes.
Okay.
She positions herself so that you can climb on her like a backpack.
Climbs on and just tucks her chin onto Johnny's shoulder and is like, "Thank you."
No problem.
Will follow behind. Hemlock will follow behind.
Okay. Yeah. Crosby's little ghost floats back over to him, and he pulls out his little bubble plastic thing, pops it open, and the ghost just goes in, and he sticks that back in his coat. Good job, little buddy.
It is a Pokemon. It's a ghost type.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is kind of like a little haunter. As opposed to actual haunter, which is effing huge.
Yeah. God.
My sense of Pokemon scale was completely screwed until Pokemon Go made me actually look at them.
Yeah, as I've been playing through the remake of Diamond, I've been paying attention to sizes. Golduck and Charizard are both 5'7", which is a 1 me.
Yeah.
Golduck should not be that tall, and Charizard should not be that short.
Yeah.
Golbat is the same size as Rumi.
Golbat is huge.
Golbat is so big.
Golbat could eat me.
And it will.
No.
That's fun.
Anyway, yep, we go upstairs and yeah. Did we wanna hang out in the theater or go find a cafe or what?
Let's go find a cafe.
Okay. So yeah, suffice it to say, you've got an invitation back if you'd actually like to talk to the head of summoning later, because he's been entertained, and you know a kid in summoning now, and Crosby's gonna hang out around here for a bit because he's, well, I'm gonna probably go make sure that kid's actually okay, and also find out how he managed to summon something so much bigger than him, because it's impressive even if it's bad. So let me know if you need another walk down when you want to come back. Otherwise, I'm sure any of the passing students can help you get to the boss's office.
And be sure to let us know when the thing with the skull is happening.
Oh yeah, no problem. I'll definitely let you know. I have a feeling that's the kind of thing you all want to see. I know I do. It's gonna be cool.
Yeah.
What's the thing with the skull? Don't worry about it. Oh, okay. Rocco just sort of stares at this but nods.
Don't worry about it.
And I think this is probably the clean pausing point for this, since we've resolved this bit.
Buying pastries and recharging our phones.
Look, we've already done an entire session where you got to eat in a cafe.
That's true.
And another one where you got to solve a mystery in a cafe.
And an entire session of breakfast.
That's true. We've had multiple sessions with breakfast at this point.
It's important.
Like, there was the breakfast in the castle, and then there was the breakfast at Lupin's.
Oh,
And
yeah.
last session also had breakfast in it.
Breakfast at Annis's, yep.
As they're going up the stairs, Penelope's gonna be playing with Johnny's braids.
She allows it. And as a final thought for everyone watching, so we'll be resuming in a few weeks probably. Holidays get special. But since we were talking about it, never forget, Furret is like 6 feet tall.
What?
The Pokemon Furret is like 6 feet tall. Thing is
Furret.
massive.
Oh no.
It looks so small and cute, but it's 6 feet tall.
I mean,
So-
you can surf on it, so yeah, it's got to be pretty big.
Oh no. Oh no.
Giant and terrifying and adorable.
I need an adult.
It's a big fluffy noodle.
Yep.
Oh dear.
But yeah, so we'll resume later when you'll get to either hang out here a bit, or you can try to find your way around archaeology, because you're not students. You can wander around the campuses as you see fit, as long as you don't get in trouble.
Take
Hooray.
that, students.
Yeah. All right. Thanks, YouTube. Whee!
Woohoo!
Good night, everybody.
Good night.